is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Changling Tale! That's right, finally back. As I said after the episode of Alien Isolation, I was going to be playing Changling Tale right afterwards. So here we go. I'm a man of my freaking word. So we're going to jump right into this. We're actually going to jump ahead a little bit. If I can... There's navigation. Alright, we're going to go to chapter 1. Wait, hold on. I've got to save. Why am I doing that? I can just go to... good freaking god. Load. 1. Alright. Oh, where's the choice? I forget. Is that the choice? Yeah, it's the choice. Okay. Head to the pub for a pint or two. After walking with a strange... Oh yeah, and I'm going to stop doing the accent for the regular dialogue part. I'll try and redo the accent on the dialogue. Internal dialogue will just be me talking normally. So, because that's also going to save on my throat. So, here we go. After waking with such a strange pit in my stomach, I found that the day's work has done little to dissolve it. Perhaps that what I really need is some hair of the dog. After some coaxing, Hazel and I take off down the road towards town to the cozy confines of the Stag and Nanny. There you are, young fella! Boyer spots me even before my eyes have adjusted. Hey, big guy! Why, here I am, Boyer. How are you? Oh, 'tis a good day to be alive, Malcolm. The sun is shining, the midges still slumber, and the great outdoors beckon. Would that I didn't... Wait, hold on. Would that I didn't have to spend all day every day here? Or so it feels. On days like today, what brings you to... Wait, hold on. Was that... Okay, yeah, that was... Or so it feels on days like today. What brings you to my dimly den? All the beer you can drink? Well, naturally. That and whiskey will keep a man happily chugging along right until the day's day is in the dirt. In need of libation. How you holding up? I'm good. It's been rough. Not gonna lie. I'm dying. Bogier fills a pint and slides it across the bar, and I take it at the stool. Nightmares, lad? You're a keen one, Bogier. All part of the job, lad. Had them myself after my time in the Transvaal. You know the best cure for those sleepless nights? Let me guess, whiskey or not sleeping? No, my good boy. Although both are cures, assuredly. No, some strong exercise. You need to move up and about with that scrawny body. Ought to be out jumping in place, lifting barbells and the like. There. Tossing cables? I joke, but Bogier remains quite serious. Managed to land 3 in a minute at your age? I did. Nowadays, I do 50 push-ups right out of bed. Keeps me running smoothly day in and out. Oh dear God. Bogier unbuttons his cuffs and rolls up his sleeve, dramatically reveals his thick bicep and flexes proudly, showing off an art gallery's worth of military tattoos from days of yore. There you are, lad. Years of strong work, not that simple labor in the fields, but proper workouts. Keep up with your fitness and you'll stave off any hangover. And have nary a bad dream again. Just dreams of beautiful women. Your body is sure to enchant. Whiskey sure sounds a lot easier to approach, but I'll consider it. Do. You're a new man, no time flat. Oh, you'll be a new man. I'm sorry I'm finding out the sniffles. I'm having an allergy attack like crazy today. I took in my allergy pill. My nasal spray is not seeming to work, and I'm just constantly plugged. So I apologize if I sniffle a lot and I have to, jump cut and blow my nose. I keep coughing. That's what the soda's for, to help clear out some of that crap in my throat. Oh yeah, I do have me some water though. I got me a good canteen, so I got me some water in here. But for right now, I'm drinking the soda to try and get that carbonation to get that crap out of my throat. Bulgaria brings me a second pint without me having to ask. A true friend indeed. As he does, goes back to wiping down tables. To my surprise, the lights dim. Have the old man forgotten to prime the gasoliers? Nah. Sure enough, I spot an all too familiar red dress once again. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever leaves. The Victoria crackles to life and Jessie takes the stage to sing. The rest of the pub is empty. I realize it's a private serenade. She sways with the rhythm. It's a song about running away, finding fame and fortune, but it ends in sadness and heartbreak. Not one I'd want to hear again. Ever sung so beautifully. Oh, my nose. I key in on Jessie's face, so somber, stoic, so absolutely gorgeous. She's a peach of a girl. Sweet and sexy. 1 in a million. I wonder if I would ever have a chance of getting close to someone like her. Catching her eye, I smile and wave. Hey, Jessie, how you doing? She nods back, one hand on her hip, closing out the song in a long, unwaving soprano note. When she finishes, she makes her way to the bar, to me. Her dress is low cut, and I have to remind myself to keep eye contact. It doesn't seem appropriate for daylight hours or even this county, but certainly the right fit for a solid tip. Malcolm, how are you? Doing very well, even better, in fact. I'm turning such a lovely singer. You flatter her well, sir. Thank you, I assure you. I'm trying my best. Jessie signals to the man in charge. Bulgaire, Malcolm will have a scotch on the rocks, and I'll have a sidecar. Add it to his tab. She lowers her voice. Between you and me, it's actually straight cognac. Blah. Bulgaire never has any limits. You're ready for an adventurous evening, aren't you? Ow. Always, aren't you? Well, I can only try. And try your best. That seems to be working. Cognac. I can never say cognac. Cognac. Jessie slides up against the bar, leaning in close, then daintily hops onto the stool next to me. Her elbows rest on the bar top as she takes an evenly paced swig of her cocktail. Ooh, that's different. She locks her eyes on mine and downs the drink in a second sip. I keep up with my pint, and we knock our glasses back onto the counter at the same time, laughing. You're a fine one, Mr. Campbell. How's it you, Miss Milloud? New music reaches my ears, but this time it's emanating from ivory keys, not a crackling record. Looking over Jessie's shoulder, I see Bulgaire sitting at the piano. Picture Bulgaire, this big, massive Scottish fellow, and his kilt and his scarf and his hat and everything. For someone who just boasted about I was just joking about that. His caber tossing prowess. He runs his fingers surprisingly lightly over the keys. The notes are fast and merry. I recognize the song. It's not jazz, but it's not stodgy. Either a lively little ditty popular when we were kids. Apparently Jessie recognizes it too. She looks at me wistfully. Oh, this reminds me of my father. When father took us to the pier at Niarn. I haven't heard it in ages. Why, I don't suppose you'd want to dance with me, would you, Mr. Campbell? Dance? Bulgaire complicit with this? You don't picture me a dancer, do you? Oh, no, not in the least. I do, however, believe I could educate you in the ways of properly leading a woman on the dance floor. Or better yet, have a woman lead you. Hell yes. In that case, I would love to dance with you, Miss McLeod. Standing, it takes a moment to gain my balance. The beers have set in, and make my legs a bit wobbly. Jessie takes my hand in hers and guides me to the dance floor. Ah, my nose itches so bad. Or rather, an open space in the corner of the pub. Ah, Naisu! I don't remember this part. I mean, if this is already portrayed this part, I apologize because I don't remember it. Bulgaria looks over his shoulder and smiles, encouraging us to cut the rug. He kicks into full swing, tickling the ivories, and Jessie and I step into unison to the melody. I'm impressed with my own ability to lead her, a woman who obviously has done this many times over. After a few twirls around the small place, though, Jessie takes over, leading me in between the tables and chairs and up and down the room. Blah. Our stops echo through the pub. With her hand in mine, Jessie tugs playfully, spinning me once and then allowing me to do the same with her. My confidence is building. I even pull Jessie in close, clasping her back before dipping her as Bulgaria punctuates the final notes of the song. Jessie laughs and we both applaud Bulgaria. One more, barkeep, one more. Another round, if you would, dear sir. We stand on the floor, perspiring and energized, awaiting the next tune. Bulgaria obliges, this time with an old ballad. Keeping one hand in hers, I move another to her lower back and pull her closer, our hips grazing each other's just barely. Our bodies keep a liquid momentum as the music plays. Jessie's eyes are full of lustrous. A lock of her bob has fallen out of place, so my fingers instinctively reach out to tuck it back into place behind her ear. That's such a good shot. And again, I noticed the particles. All the particles floating around. That's really cool. The lighting, done so well. This dance, I've never felt this way before. I need this moment to last. That fucking wipe! That was fucking awesome! Like, get off the screen! To my dismay, the song ends abruptly. I look up. Bulgaria's abandoned his post as musician and is hurriedly back to the bar to serve two people who have just entered the pub. Oh, that's funny. That was pretty funny. That was really good. Oh, I should... Jessie turns her head to the door and drops my hand. I'll be right back. She follows Bulgaria's lead this time, attending to another person who has come in for a meal. It must be nearing supper time. I take a spot back at a table and reflect on the feel of Jessie's hand in mine. A touch that lingers in my palm. My, how we both have matured in just a short few years. Watching her charm the pubgoers now makes my head flood with memories of the good-natured girl who used to run through the valley as we chased each other and played around the cows. Jessie always ran as fast as lightning. I was never able to catch her, or even keep up. Frankly, I'm still not sure I can keep up. But I sense that friendly exuberance from childhood is still there, burning bright as ever. It warms my heart. Wow, that was done really well. As the evening goes, more people filter into the pub, and my pint glass is continuously filled. Don't want to let the young man go with the ghost thirsty, eh? What about the ladies of the church say, Always nagging me to find a woman. Por valguer, ask him. Por valguer, another whiskey. Tell him, who needs a woman when you got a pub? He makes around with his patrons and keeps the place laughing with his one-liners and puns. Oh God, he's like Wade. Jessie steps away from the man that she's serving and whispers into my ear. I think he's had a few too many of his own brew, soldier? Lead him out to water and you can make him drink. Lead him to whiskey on the other hand. How's the fact, lad? Why drink the water when everything else tastes so much better? He's got a point. Water's good. We all know that we love that sweet, sweet ocean, man, but... Bulgair swaggers off, smiling. As the hall erupts into more laughter, I imagine Gran getting a kick out of this, and hope there's a way I can get her to come join me for a bevy some evening. Jessie shakes her head knowingly, then makes her way back to the other customers. Dusk must be becoming darkness, but I dare not leave the cozy haunt to see for myself. The Saturday night crowd has really filled in now. Jessie shares another few drinks with me in between working the patrons and the stage. I lose myself among the merry mob. Oh, that was random. Oh, God. Oh, my mind is fuzzy and my thirst quenched. Where have all the people gone? Why is my glass not refilled? Jessie's standing before me, and it takes an effort to pull away myself to attention. Look alive, Malcolm. Even my sisters aren't worried about me. I'd be needing a place to rest my weary voice and legs. Pardon? I said I need to be getting home. It's closing time. Mind if I join you? I have heard our company home, and I am both relieved and excited when she agrees. Ah, my chaperone Campbell. I know him to be trustworthy, valiant, and stout-hearted. More like stout-brained. Jessie, oh me. The hiccup stops mid-sentence. I was just about to do that and it said it. Oh, my privilege of removing you from this place of the devil's work and dastardly souls. Dastardly? Miss Jessie, I beg you to escape the clutches of this maniac before he convinces you that I'm nigh to be trusted. Fear not, sweet Bulgair. He's only hurt. What? You denied him another drink. Return in better spirits tomorrow. Jessie hands me her coat and I hold on to it. Hold it out for her to slip into. No, Mr. Campbell, this is for you to carry. I'm much too warm for that this evening. Come. I lead to the homestead. She's much tipsier than I had noticed earlier. Hopefully the fresh air will bring her head down from the clouds. And mine too, while it's at it. Oh, yes. The sweet night sky. Oh, please. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I had to do a jump cut there. Alright, tonight we each lead our rides so that we can stroll side by side. The night air is chill, but the two of us still seem heated from drink and conversation, and perhaps each other's attention. She's got a bicycle. She's got a bicycle! It's adorable! Wait, aren't we walking beside our rides? So which means I'm leading Hazel. Why does it sound like Hazel's at a gallop? But I don't want to get carried away. It might feel like attention to me, or attraction to me, and me only. I keep glancing at her, though, hoping to see her eyes looking into mine. When did you realize you should sing? Or you could sing? I don't really know. I've just always been doing it. My sisters are excellent singers, too. You never know it, though. They're too buttoned up and shy. You certainly didn't inherit their coyness. Not at all. Life is too short to hide behind fear or shame. Well, nothing stands in my way. Nothing? Well, just money and yours. For a long while I've just obliged to stay behind for Marion and Grace. You don't think they can take care of themselves? Of course they can, but Marion would worry endlessly about me. And you let that stop you? It won't. I just haven't met the right day to skip town. The stars haven't aligned yet. It may take a while, but oh, that day will truly be the best day of my life. For all its openness, Achnakrij is a cage. I'm ready to escape, run wild in the city. Catch prey? Oh, good lord. The alcohol has emboiled me. She bites her lip. Malcolm, you're full of spirit tonight. Ah, yes, and full of spirits, too. I dare say I'll regret it in the morning. Let's hope the night ever ends. Ooh. My breath catches in my chest as I realize I've become lost in the same sentiment. It's as if she's cast a spell on me. Who am I kidding? She might get men fawning over her all the time. Even if I'm a familiar face, I'm still just another face in the crowd. The realization sobers me in my mind. Best change the subject. So, you're a bicyclist now. I am. Ding ding. Malcolm, you should have seen me learning to ride this thing. Her eyes stays unblinking, as wide and bright as the moon. Despite falling down a million times, I dusted off my skirt and get myself back up 1,000,001 times. Phew, that's tenacious. Always. I get what I want, and I play fair. But I'm a force to be reckoned with. Unstoppable. Beatable. Hello. What's going on? Jessie stops in her tracks. She sets the bicycle down and points up to the hill crest. Race you to the top. Huh? No? There's no way I can beat you. You even said so yourself. I'll give you a lead if you win. She pauses and looks at me in the eye. The moonlight behind her, oh my lord, behind her gives her hair an iridescent shine and mesmerizing me briefly. I believe if she told me to jump in the lock right now, and then and there, I wouldn't bat a single eyelash. If I win, I drop Hazel's rein and hope for the best. You get a kiss. I tear off the hill. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. I tear off up the hill, and it's only a second before Jessie laughs and comes following. There's not much of a lead. I'm going to slow down. Never! I rush up the hill. My legs are on fire from the speed. Jessie catches up immediately and passes me, her hair blowing wildly in the breeze she's created. She reaches the crest easily ahead of me, but stops and waves me past her before I can slow down. Oh, that's cool! Oh, the somber defeat! I'm dying! Oh god! I need Ocean Man for this one! That's delicious stuff right there. Again, doesn't compare to the cool pop bubbly taste of a soda, but it's still pretty good. Congratulations, Mr. Campbell. Jessie starts applauding. She's barely even panting, and there I stand, completely out of breath. You let me win. Does that mean you don't want to collect your prize? I stand in front of her, catching my breath, my heart pounding. For two very distinct reasons. I barely have time to consider a response before she grabs my collar and pulls me against her. She plants a hearty kiss right on my mouth, and we both let in linger a bit longer, and I believe either of us had anticipated. Despite already being out of breath, she manages to knock more out of the wind out of me. Her lips taste of honeyed whiskey, and I long to taste the flavor all night. She pulls away. Oh, man. Again, I always have... A lot of the stuff with thumbnails I've been doing recently on Changling Tale comes straight from the game itself. I usually pull from the game files and, throw stuff together, make it look cool and stuff like that. But a lot of these are just so good, I just can't... There's no way my own ability can top what these guys do. So a lot of these shots, like that one, I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, whether it's going to be that one or the one with them dancing. I haven't decided yet. But I know I'm starting to get hot. Oh, that's a little better. Okay. You should be walking me home, Mr. Campbell. A girl like me needs her beauty sleep. For just a second, she refuses to let my collar go. I hold her gaze and consider kissing her again. Every time we played Fairy Kingdom out in the hills, you got to be a princess then, didn't you? Most certainly. I was the fairest of them all. I venture you're still the fairest, by leaps and bounds. Jessie smiles and takes my hand as we amble down the hill together. Hazel has, thankfully, not strayed far, and is munching on a patch. My horse could be off racing in the Ire Grand National for all I care. Right now, my mind's completely on the woman beside me. A glimmer of hope shines through the tipsy haze, and even our race couldn't quite clear. Perhaps I'm not just another face to Jessie, after all. All right, the McLeod. It's better. I'm steadily being able to start to be able to breathe. Once at her house, Jessie actually lets me take her to the front door this time. She turns to face me and takes my hand in hers, clutching it tight. There's something different in the air tonight. Why don't you come in? It's late. The lights are out. Her sisters must be asleep. I would love to, so why don't I say that? What is stopping me? I don't want to wake your sisters. They'll sleep through anything. Hazel over there and follow me. Okay! Sorry, hon. We can't keep a woman waiting. Yeah, I love fucking Hazel. Wait, that came out way wrong. I love that freaking horse. There we go. Oh, God. Don't take that out of context, anybody. All right. The Liberator! Oh, dear God. She leads me into her bedroom and quietly closes the door. I follow her lead, and she grabs a bottle of whiskey out from under the mattress and cracks it open, drinking straight from the top. She passes it to me, and I down the right amount, feeling the burn from head to toe. A slow burn that dissolves throughout my body. A burn that reemerges as a longing in my chest. Good Lord, these are so good, and this is already so much different than what I remember. I whisper into Jessie's ear. I just had a thought. She whispers back into mine. What are you thinking? I was thinking I desperately want to kiss you. And you probably should. I probably should. Oh my God. Oh, that's a good one! I slip my hand around the back of her neck and pull her into me. Pressing my lips against hers makes my blood rush warm. Yeah, rush somewhere. My body aches with the yep, of course. My head spins from alcohol and arousal. Oh my God, really? She clings to me, passionately running her hands down my back and lower. Okay. We kiss, even tasting more delicious. Jessie's lips are damp and soft. Her tongue slips in and touches mine. Soon we are entangled, our lips, mouths, bodies. It is at once harmonious and disruptive. Nothing is the same anymore. I wonder what this all will mean in the morning. There we go. It's all too easy to push the thought aside as I glide my thumb down her cheek as I can feel every soft hair on her face. Oh, look at that. I like that they break the box sometimes. They actually go outside the box. It's like the box line ends there, but they went, fuck it, we're going outside the box. I pull away and look directly into her eyes, and she seems to unconsciously close them. I wait for them to reopen and tilt her head back. I pull her back and kiss her hard. I'm overcome with the excitement and fear of the unknown. Her lips are silky with lipstick that smears lightly across her mouth and mine. Oh dear God. Her teeth keep finding their way to my lips, and we link almost carnivorously, mouth to mouth, for what feels like hours, kissing, exploring, our hands following the curves of each other's bodies. Oh God, that's good. Oh, I just noticed the candles are flickering. I let her face go, and she's looking at me surprisingly pure and innocent, and someone who espouses the flapper lifestyle. Maybe we should slow down. Inside, though, I am longing. Won't you stay here? Stay tonight with me. Oh, hello! She releases my body and brings her hands up to her shoulders, pulling down the thin, loose dress straps. Her red silk gown falls slowly over her torso. She isn't wearing anything under the dress. No, shit. Dress, just as I'd suspected. Really? You were just Hi! Wow! Holy hell. Okay, her dress hits wow, okay, this is only episode 1 of the fucking Jessie path here, and what the hell? She's already naked. Her dress hits the floor, and her body is stunning. Everything I had imagined and more. She slips her gloves off coyly, and I can't hold back any longer. We close back together. Okay. Okay, why not? Just keep on showing that nakedness. Perfect, of course. In the dim light, I can barely see the space between her thighs. But I let my hand glide down her soft belly and land there. She sighs, and as she stiffens and rocks with the motion of my hand. Oh, come on. Oh, hello. Wow, that's... Okay, again, I've seen that shot in the directory and the game files. Because again, I looked through the game files looking for thumbnail material. So, my clothes come off quickly and we spill onto bed and entwine ourselves. Every second of every touch, every ache, gives me more pleasure than I've ever felt. After we finish, I collapse next to her, stroking back her hair, kissing her forehead. Jessie looks at me deep in the eye. Thank you. I try to find the right response in the moment to tell her more than I should. Thank you, Jessie. We kiss once more and let our bodies relax into repose, closely against one another. Now that's the night that it talks about in the fucking demo, by the way. I remember the demo starts right after that night. And just like that, Malcolm regained his trust in others, or at least his lust for others. My heart burned with jealousy, but the pain was allayed, knowing that he had found solace in the arms of such a beautiful woman. Who is this? Who is the dialogue? Who is that black screen, white text dialogue? Is that someone that's coming in later builds? Is that someone who's already in the newer builds? Because it's obviously somebody watching Malcolm. Chapter 2, Freedom with a Price. Now this is probably where it's going to start getting familiar. So, I lay in her bed with my eyes closed. Her bare arms lay across my chest, and I can smell her perfume. Jessie, what a girl. What a woman. I don't want to think about how much I enjoy her company, because if I start thinking like that, I may have to admit that I'm already in too deep. She's beautiful, she's bold and brave. She's certainly good in bed. I'm so tired and spent. How much did we drink? How long did we... Oh. How long did we bang? What happened? What time is it? What day is it? Sounds. Oh, yes, here we are. Sounds coming from outside jar me out of my sleep. Groggy, I open my eyes and turn to the window. It's still dark out, but the moonlight dimly illuminates the landscape. Nothing's out there. Well, whatever it was has interrupted my best dream I've had in months. Not that any dream compares to the dream laying beside me. Memories of the evening before flood back, and I smile. I wonder, was that a one-night stand? Or something more? Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. I'm too tired and too sober to think about it. I cling to the fading visions of a dancing girl in a tiny dress as I will myself back to sleep. Damn it! Something has the hen spooked. I know it's probably nothing, but these girls can't afford to lose food. As I reluctantly roll myself out of bed, I lean over to my companion. Monty? She's in there! I glance and see her red silk dress still puddled on the floor. Huh? Puzzled, I get dressed and step quietly out of the bedroom. Ah, I just saw a picture of the whole family up there. I've never noticed that painting up there. That was crazy. Expected to find her elsewhere in the house, I find the main room empty. Jessie? No one responds to my whispers, and I don't dare call out any louder. I can't risk her sisters finding me here. Maybe she heard the noises too and is already checking the hen house. Naked? I step outside and steel myself against the brisk nighttime breeze. Hey! Hazel! I forgot about Hazel being there. Hazel's new. Because Hazel wasn't in the demo. Or the first build that I ever played. Hazel wasn't right there. Oh my... Back at that! Sorry, I gotta stretch. Hazel is right where I left her, tethered and out in the open, under the stars. She must be livid. I suspect I will have to deal with her animosity in the morning, along with the hangover. Surprisingly, there's no ire in her eyes. Instead, she seems to be on edge. What's wrong, girl? No answer. I don't know what I was expecting, but something has the animal spooked, and I quietly creep around the house. Hopefully that the girls don't wake up and mistake me for an intruder. Shifting shadows dance about the grass. The hen house is a silhouette in the moonlight. I don't see a hen house. As I get closer, I hear more rustling. The hens have gone quiet. Jessie, is that you? In a way. Woo! Oh, that sounds so much better, and it looks so much better. You actually almost see her muzzle. Cravens! The biggest dog I'd ever seen. The fell wolves from fairy tales my grandson come to mind. Whatever it is, it doesn't look happy. Its narrow, glowing eyes pierce the darkness. Now, I'm even more worried about Jessie. Not to mention myself. For the first time since the war, I miss the weight of an Einfield slung over my shoulder. Step back! Where are you, mangy monster? Oh, that's so good. That's so good! The sounds are better. It looks even better, because I think the silhouette was smaller last time, wasn't it? It turns nimbly at first, and then stumbles, almost awkwardly, as if learning how to run for the first time. Then, as quickly as it came, it's gone. Only now do I notice my heart is pounding. My mind races as fast as a bullet to the brain. Jessie, where on earth could she be? If anything happens to her... Jessie, what are you out there? I look around, keeping a wary eye should the beast return. There's no trace of her. Crestfallen, I return to the house, hoping I'd find ourselves back in the bed. The whole thing's just a bad dream. In lieu of finding Jessie, I find a bottle of single malt scotch. Great idea. As the night draws on, the liquid draws down. I can't fall asleep now. I'm worried, and the whiskey helps me think. At least, that's what I tell myself. Would she have snuck out of the house with her sisters and me still asleep inside? Did she make good on her promise and take off for the city in the middle of the night? She may have a devil-may-care attitude, but it doesn't feel right. My mind wanders back to the beast, and I fear for her safety. I look out the window. The wind has settled, and the landscape is still and peaceful again. There's a dim light on the horizon. Dawn is approaching. I shake my head. That's my cue. I probably won't be long before the girls wake up. I wash out the glass I'd been nursing and carefully place it in the bottle back where I'd found it. With one last survey of the empty house, I sneak back out the door. I ride my ornery and sleep-deprived steed, what feels like an hour, but never return home. It's sunrise as we draw close to the pub. I tell myself, maybe she's there. Maybe I'll find her serving eggs and bacon, flirting with the overnight guests. But really, I want another drink. I know they won't be serving anything strong for hours, but I'll do anything to drown these nagging fears. Reality hits me harder, and the more I walk, this girl, we danced, made love. Her personality is like a shining beacon at the end of a dark and ugly tunnel. Now either she's missing, or has left me alone and confused. Either answer leaves me sickened. I just want to find Jessie. As we all. As my eyes adjust to the dim light inside, I see a few old men, locals, enjoying their morning tea. Steam wafts from their mugs as they nod with a nod gesture. Aye, I saw it too. Of course, it was a wolf. A wolf, my horse. I haven't been a wolf since the days of Bonnie Prince Charlie. Well, whatever it was a big and spooked my flock. I'd have shocked it if I'd seen it just that much closer. Aye, with my eyesight, I've unneeded a broad daylight. Ah, too true. I just hope that it's done on the loose and hurt anyone we know. Aye, the first... These two have the same voices because they're just generic characters. Aye, the first year we don't have to send our lambs out to Tommy or Atkins, and we have a bloody poaching based on the loose. What? Who's in the heart of the wolf send back to their seed? Och, this little wolf. As the two parter banter on the beast, about the beast, I realize that it might not be the best place to allay my worries after all. The drink can wait, but I run my hand through my hair and approach them. Oh, say, have any of you seen Jessie Cloud? She said she'd swing by my house last night, but never showed. It's a long shot, I know, but I can't shake the thought of Jessie alone or missing somewhere. The two look a bit taken aback by the disheartened man standing in front of them, but they recover quickly enough. No? Not I? Why, you have an evening fling or something? The two laugh and I don't join in. I just would like to know who she is. My gran has been asking after her. Hasn't seen her since quite a long stretch. That's all. Been worried. More than anything. Well, sure. We can't let her go see around. We can't let her know you're talking after her. Ah, poor heart. He's broken the stuff she told you up. More laughter churns my stomach, even though I know they mean no harm. I keep the pain inside, thanking them. I turn around and start toward the door. Ahoy, Malcolm! I wish the owner hadn't spotted me. I'm still unclean from last night and smell like whiskey. You look a mess, Mr. Campbell. Can I get you a tea or coffee? Coffee. I can't really turn him down, as much as I'd love to fall in a drunk heap at his feet. I know coffee is the best thing right now. Coffee, thank you. It's just what I'd be needing right now. I'll get you some brew fresh out of the stove. I make a vain attempt to look presentable and take a seat. He comes out with the kettle and pours me a mug full of steaming liquid. Oh, that dirty bean water. I blow on it briefly, trying not to look him in the eye. I sense that he knows I shouldn't be out this time of day, looking like I just left the pub, or smelling like it too. How about you? Did you hear about the wolf last night? I did. I nod. Saw it too. There's something. Wish I had my rifle. Aye, a fine, thank you, but His Majesty's armory would be holding onto that when you come home. Was that the same in my time? He leans in closer. But a man needs a gun on the farm. It's not a wee beasties after your lambs. I fucking missed that fly. It's a shifty-eyed bastard coming to lighten your stocks. These have been hard times. The village is hurting, my boy. There's not enough to go around. I've heard. I'll be careful. Ah, Mr. Campbell, it's not you I'm worried about. We fight ourselves for king and country, but who does that leave us to keep our peace at home? The old publican puffs at his chest with pride. Mind, I've still got some pluck on me, but the rest of this lot too old for this sort of thing. What sort of thing? Malcolm, my boy, this beastie needs ridding. As I sip my coffee, I frown and remember how I stumbled. Fierce it may have been, but something seemed off. I can't get into any livestock. It'll be the end of someone's livelihood. You could bet on it. He's right. Agnes in the clouds. They're getting by, but only just. I nod and Bulgaria gives me a hearty slap on the back. There you go, lad! Ow! Coffee's on the house. When you're done, head home. Get yourself cleaned up. We've got work to do tonight. I sigh, finding myself enlisted again. A soldier's duty is never done. You think it would be back? Sure as clockwork, me boy. He turns to the group at the bar and bellows. But after tonight, you can come rest, because you'll not be seeing no scurry monster again. The locals laugh and wave him off, and Bulgaria chuckles. Why, thank you, indeed. He turns to leave, but the voice at the door stops him. And what's all this about a monster I'm hearing? Laughter dies out as Alana walks into the room, carrying an air of royalty about her. I groan quietly. She's the last person I wanted to see. Alana, you bitch. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to re-turn on my headphones. I groan quietly. She's the last person I want to see. The others are caught off guard, too. The old men have gone quiet, as if one of their wives had walked into their social gathering. Alana reassures everyone with a kindly smile, but when she looks at me, a look of pity flashes across her face. Bulgaria breaks the silence. Nothing you need to fret about, madam. I assure you, I fret about very little. You see, Agnes. Oh, you see, Angus here. I was just regaling us a tale from this farm. They were on my mum's grave. It was Wolf. She turns to face the old man. He shrinks a little bit, but as eager as his story. A right big un too. Stalks my herd. I saw it with mine own two eyes. Alana tuts and shakes her head. A wolf. Dearie, there ain't been a wolf from here since the days of Bonnie King Charlie. What did I tell you? Bulgaria once again steps in. So what can I do for you today? Tea? Breakfast maybe? Oh, thank you, dear, but I'm just passing through. Just wanted to hear what all the hubbub was about, and she levels her gaze on me. As it happens, this is just the man I need to talk to. My stomach sinks. I down the last of my coffee and stand up. I'm sorry, I was just about to leave. I really need to be going. Of course, and I won't hold you up. Let's walk together. Fuck. I give a pleading look at Bulgaria like, Please help me. Who smiles conspiratorially and leaves me to my fate. See you tonight, my boy. I nod and sigh. Alana and I step outside. What? We're well out of the other's earshot until when we next week speak. You're looking for her. I don't want to talk to you. Malcolm, please, you want to find her. I stop in my tracks. You don't know what she is. You're a mad bat. Stay away from me! Stay away from any of us! Stay away! You need to listen to me, Malcolm. This is what I warned you about. Okay, now we're getting into stuff that's we've seen twice already. So I'll, unless something's different, I will see you guys in just a second. So, I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I decided to go ahead and keep some of this in because the dialogue's actually a little bit different. When I was skipping through, there's some stuff that I don't remember reading last time, so I'm just going to start back at the beginning of this dialogue. So, you're looking for her. I don't want to talk to you. Malcolm, please, you won't find her. I stop in my tracks. So you don't know what she is? You're a mad bat? Stay away from me, stay away from any of us. You need to listen to me, Malcolm. This is what I warned you about. She's pleading now, and I turn away. If you shoot that wolf, you'll be killing someone you care about very deeply. My heart stops, and blood drains from my head. I feel faint. Maybe it was my worst fear or the thing I was trying to avoid the most right now. Miss Alana, was Alana always right? Is she telling me the truth? What on earth does she know that I don't? You're out of your mind. That may be true. But your love is the wolf, Malcolm. Of this I have no doubt. Every fiber of my being wants to not believe her. How? How can that be? I see I finally have your attention. You've been speaking in riddles. I need the truth. Real, honest answers. I told you to stay away. I warned you. And you never heeded my advice. You never told me why. You just came up and said, don't go near those girls, or I will fucking beat you with a stick. You didn't give me no fucking answer. You didn't give me no fucking reason. I just thought you were fucking insane. You should have trusted me. What the fuck is there to trust? Exasperated, I throw my hands up in the air. Just speak to me clearly, goddammit! Lena hesitates, but only for a moment. Those girls are not like you. Jessie has become the wolf. She has embraced her new form, her new body. A werewolf. Call it what you will. Madness. That's what I call it. Deeper down the rabbit hole I go. Why last night, of all nights? So you believe me now? Perhaps. This is a tall tale even for Alana, but my mind revisits the nightmare I had just the day before. How vivid it felt, transforming even if it were just a dream. Was it? Just a dream? I don't know what to believe. My mind returns to Jessie and reflects. I've always felt the same, that she was different from me than me. Maybe better, stronger, less fearful of her surroundings. More open to adventure. Braver, that's all. I resign myself to the possibility that there is some shred of truth, no matter how outlandish to what Alana is saying. How long has it been happening, or changing? How do you know about it? Part of Jessie's soul resides among the animals. Your heart's met in human form, but half of her heart is lupine. Last night, the full moon made her even more brave, more aggressive, more dangerous. More wanton, more sexual. My eyes close as memories of last night come flooding back. What should I do? How can I get her back? Jessie is living out her free will. She will make her way back, perhaps to you, perhaps not. Can you bring her back? Me? No. But she can be lured and trapped. Is that how you want to woo your beloved? Stop being cavalier, Alana. I want to help her. Who decided she needs help? You? Jessie needs to be free to decide her own actions. I don't want to change her. I just want to know where she is safe. She pauses thoughtfully. That was exactly the answer I was hoping for Malcolm. For as long as I had known her, beneath that placid exterior, Alana had always seemed distant or troubled. But now, after all these years, something seems to have softened in her. I can see it in her eyes. So you'll help me. You will help me. So it is back to these games. What must I do? My apologies. Bring the silk dress she wore last night. It's the only way to change her back. Her dress. The tail keeps getting taller and taller. It's still at her house. How exactly am I supposed to get that? You were shrewd enough to get it off of her last night. I'm sure you'll find a way. Cheeky. Fine. And where do I bring it? When the time is right, you will know. Before I can protest her latest riddle, she departs from the road and begins to walk into the moor. Oh, and Malcolm, don't let her sisters know any of what I've told you. I laughed mirthfully, as if they'd believe what she said. Come on, girl, let's head back home. I won't make you join me in this fool's errand. It's clear she thinks me the fool, all right. This time, I wonder if she might be right. Yeah, see, I don't remember all that dialogue, so I decided to keep that. I find myself back at the McLeod farm, no longer searching for Jessie, but simply her silken dress. The absurdity of it as well and truly sinks in. But Alana is the only lead I have right now, a mad quest for a mad lady. I tell myself it will make for a good story once I catch back up with Jessie. She's probably sitting on a train right now, maybe already in Glasgow. But surely she'd want her red dress where she's gone. I make my way to the front door and stop myself from knocking. I can't very well tell the girls what I'm after. I need to be quiet about it. I slide around the edge of the house. Through a window I see Marion at the kitchen counter drying the breakfast dishes. Grace is nowhere in sight, because she's probably down by the lock swimming naked. Because we all know she likes to just be naked all the time and swimming around and catching fish with her mouth and turning into a beautiful dragon. Anyway, watching for a few minutes that seems like an eternity, I finally see Marion brush off her hands and head out of the house. She walks carrying 2 milk pails off to the pasture. Blah, blah, blah. My patience and motivation for this errand are wearing thin. Now is a good chance as I'll get. Slip through Jessie's window. Same one I did last time. There's just enough space to squeeze through. Jessie's lingering scent of lavender musk and spicy honey wafts through the window, sweet and strong. I start to wriggle through the open window and cursing myself for getting myself into this sticky situation. About halfway in, the window begins to slip. I feel it bear down on my waist as I try twisting my way inside, to no avail. Great. Here I will be found wedged in a window like some vagabond, or rather like a clumsy fool I've become. Oof! My legs are plumb to the sky as I summon all my upper body strength. For one more pull, the window relinquishes its grip, and I tumble into a heap beside Jessie's bed. Miraculously, no one seems to have heard or seen the commotion. I get up and collect myself. There it is. There's the dress, puddled on the floor like a bloodstain, just where it fell last night. A night that now seems like ages ago. Grabbing it, I carefully slip out of the way I came in. No one will ever know. No one will ever suspect a thing. A clean getaway. That wasn't so bad. But now, what do I do with this dress? Silken folds drips between my fingers. It's light as air and feels cool to the touch. I chuckle at myself. Maybe the wolf will catch the scent and come back. Then I'll kiss it on the nose and she'll turn into a beautiful princess, just like one of Gran's fairy tales. My levity quickly fades. This was no fairy tale. Actually, Gran must be wondering where I am. I begin to make my way across the field towards home. Malcolm, is that you? Busted! Hey, Grace, how you doing? Grace, I was just, it If you need to get Jessie some clean clothes, they ought to be a little bit more practical. She pulls a wool sweater and a skirt out from behind her back. I mean, it's a lovely dress, but maybe a bit much for daytime, sir? Eh? My blush extends from ear to ear. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it. Jessie will too. Well, she's a grand lass. Be good with her. I assure you I will. And send her home for supper. We miss her when she disappears for the night. That I can do. Guess the cat's out of the bag now. I only hope that I can make good on that promise. I walk home relieved, red-faced, and more full of Jessie's wardrobe. And on that note, I'm probably going to end the episode here because it's going on a little bit longer than I was anticipating, which happens, but it's fine because we're going to save in right here because we got, this should be, I know that's Grace, that's Jessie, that's Marion, I think. Oh no, this is where I could tell her she's a fish. Shit, I don't think I saved Marion's path. I'll have to actually use the navigation to get to that one. Oops. That happens. But yeah, I'm going to end the episode here, you guys. That's the first hour of the Jessie's path, which I already have to do some pretty good editing, blurring and editing effect to censor out the nudity, but again, that's fine. I chose to play it like this. But yeah, I still love this game to bits. I still love this game to pieces. I can't wait to get through this next chapter and then try and get hold of all the guys of the Changling Tale team and see if I can't get a new build so I can keep showing more and more of this game. And when this game fully comes out, I'm totally getting it, and we're going to play through the whole thing again. And we're going to have even more fun with it. So, all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Changling Tale. I apologize if it's getting repetitive at this time, because a lot of this stuff in Jessie's chapter is going to be stuff we've already seen. And I don't remember a lot of it because it's been so long, but at the same time, I do remember bits and pieces. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And peace. Watcha!